Hello everyone, I'm back and I'm back to do the 2 challenges and to do some stretchings. So for your first challenge you need to sit cross-legged. You're going to sit cross-legged, and then what you need to do without using your hands, your elbows, your knees, see if you can just stand up. So it's really quite hard. And you've got to work out how you're going to do it, and you might just be careful because you might fall over, but what you need to do is try and see if you can stand up without using your hands or your knees, like that. See if you can do that one. Okay, so have a practice at that one. That was challenge 1. Challenge 2 is called the wall sit. So you're going to sit against the wall, so you need a space where you've got a blank wall. So I'm going to use the wall behind me, and what this is going to do, you're going to feel this really in your legs. So what I do is I stand against the wall like this, I slide down, take my feet out and sit down with my back against the wall. Now I'm going to move to a wall over here so that you can see the angle of my legs. So you can see that when I'm sitting, I've got that 90-degree angle there. And if you do this, you're going to really feel it in this part of your legs. I'm leaning forward so I can see the camera, but you need to have your back against that wall, nice and tight. And see, your challenge is, you can see people in your family, see if you can challenge them, see how long they can do it for. Try not to put your hands on your knees, that kind of makes it harder. Have your hands down here, relax. Make sure you're breathing. If there's anybody in your family who's got high blood pressure, they shouldn't be doing this exercise, but you guys should be able to do this and see if you can hold it for quite a long time. Once you've done those challenges, it'll be time for you to do some stretching. Stretching is really important if you've done some exercise because it really relaxes those muscles and gets them back to normal. We're going to stretch the upper part of our bodies and then the lower part of our bodies. So we're going to start with our shoulders. What you need to do is take one arm across your body, use your other arm to pull it across. Be careful that your shoulder doesn't go up to your ear, so you need to keep it nice and low. Take it across, feel the stretch in your shoulder. Then the other arm, take it across. Remember that shoulder doesn't go to your ear. Keep it nice and low and across your body. Take your fingers, join them together and lean forward. So I'm going to turn around, stretch out here. Again, trying to keep your shoulders not hunched up by your ears, nice and low. Try and push forward and stretch out those shoulders. We're also going to take them then behind, and what you're trying to do here is trying to get your elbows to meet. They probably won't, but if you're trying to get them to meet, you're stretching across the front of your chest. Then I'm going to turn, so I've got my back to you for this one so you can see this one. I'm going to stretch the back of my arm by taking an arm over, touching my back, my other hand is coming to my elbow, gently pushing on my elbow so that this part of my arm, my tricep, is being stretched. Just like this, get your back nice and straight, then swap arms, taking it round. And they are the main upper body stretches. So then it's time to stretch these legs. So we start, which most of you know this one, the butterfly. Feet together, holding onto the bottom of your feet, having your back nice and straight. Don't try and jilt your legs too much because sometimes that can hurt. Just gently try and get those knees close to the floor. You might find, a little bit like me, you've got one knee higher than the other. That's not a problem, it just means that my muscles are a bit tighter on this side. And so when I'm doing it, I'm just having a little bit of a concentration on getting this side a little bit flatter to the floor. Stretching out those inside leg muscles. Then we're going to stretch our hamstrings, which are the muscles on the back of our legs. If you can take your feet forward, back nice and straight, and touch your toes. Great. If you can't touch your toes, you can touch your shins or your knees. But what you're trying to do is get that leg as straight as possible and touch those toes without your knees coming up. Now if you're finding that really hard, what you can do is bend one knee, bring your foot close to the other leg, remembering that you're not having a bent leg, you're having it nice and straight. Bring that knee in and then see if you can get further forward, either touching your shin, your knee or your toe to stretch your hamstring. Make sure you do it on the other side. If you've done it on one side, do it on the other side. Stretch forwards. That's it. Then another one to do with your legs together. Take one leg across, put it on the floor, and you are going to reach and go the opposite way. So I'm going to turn around so you can see that. So you can see my foot. Take it across, hand. So you're going to the opposite way. So my leg that's crossed over is the way that I'm turning. And then swap. So cross that leg over and then turn. It gives you a nice stretch down the back of your leg. Then we're going to stretch those tummy muscles slightly. So back to cross-legged. One hand on the floor. The other hand goes up in the air first, straight up, and then you stretch over. So you're going to stretch all down the side here. All those muscles. Having that hand, the other hand on the floor for balance. Taking it over. Then over to the other side. That's it. And then coming back to the middle. And what you're going to do is keeping your bottom on the floor is trying to reach round. See if you can stretch round that body with both hands. And back round the other side. Then we're going to lay down on the floor and do the stretch that we did with the hedgehog. So laying on your back, bringing one knee in, taking it to your chest, with the legs straight out, making sure that back is nice and flat on the floor. And then the other one, switching over, making sure you're breathing in and out all the time. And then there's one last stretch, which is for the front of your legs, for your quads, so you need to turn onto your tummies. And bring one foot to your bottom, making sure your knees are together. And then push your hip into the floor and just feel a lovely stretch in the front of your leg, especially if you've just done that wall sit challenge. And then switch to the other leg, putting your foot to your bottom. Nice stretch. Slowly down. And there you go. That's all the exercises for today. There might be some more. Hope you're all well, staying in, staying safe. See you soon. Bye.